All right, we are back in Group A, ladies and gentlemen, for round 2 of today's group stage. This is Kraken and ERARE. This is North America's 7 seed. And, oh man, I looked at it. I think it was the European 5 seed. That sounds correct.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, Zath, talk to me through the Kraken lineup here as they spawn in green on Sleeping Giant.
All right, so for destroyers, we've got MCATS's Harugumo with a unique upgrade for the smoking fun. Medalist is Grozovoy, unique upgrade, and Zulu the Scrub in a Shimakaze with also the unique upgrade to vomit out those 12-kilometer torpedoes as rapidly as possible. Except he didn't take the reload skill, interestingly enough. Mr. Bean, PhD, in a Moskva backing him up with reload instead of unique upgrade. Diving Harrier is in Brisbane with gun reload. And they have Libertad following them. That's Cyber Viper. We've got they are the Panzer something in the Bungo.
Just
Looking to
call
go
it
the other
Panzer.
way. And we've got Draws Salem with radar and range heading towards. Yeah, I think they're going to play him like the C1 island with MCAT's Harugumo and the Smoke Snail, as Hank Tuff is moving in the Petropavlovsk, not unique upgrade, instead range. That's their setup. Go ahead, talk about ERARE, and then I want to hop back onto Kraken for a bit.
Okay. ERARE here, shipping 3 ships over towards the A-cap right now on Sleeping Giant. That's White Greek's Brisbane here, kind of towards the back. In the middle, this is Havoc's gearing, full torpedo build, extra stealth, 5.6 kilometer detection gearing, one of my favorite ships in the game. And Jess's Moskva here, that is unique upgrade, giving him slightly better accuracy. They are backed up here by Corpus's Ohio. Yep, going for artillery plotting 2 and spotter plane mod in that first slot, looking to maximize use of that as necessary. Their other battleship is Sonia's Vermont, kind of hanging near mid here. Of course, Vermont, Zath and I lovingly refer to this ship as Brick because it hits like a train and it does not get anywhere quickly. But when it shoots you, chances are you notice.
Brick Smash.
Over here, yes, Brick Smash. Over here at the decap real quick. That's Arcada's Delny pushing through the cap, backed up by someone's Summers. Someone is not no one here. CEO of Beaches, I love that name, in a Brisbane, also on this flank. And Shimal's Petro looking like he's going to take the inside track over here on the 6 line, probably snuggle up to this island just off the decap. We had an early radar there from Jess's Moskva. They've gotten some damage into MCAT.
That's right. That's right. So, just to catch Chad up from some of the discussions that we had way back when, Raptor, we were talking about getting permission to stream the Kraken games and that sort of thing. And there was one point when I said to Raptor, I said, "You're only going to recognize like 2 of them anyway." So,
yeah, he did actually say that. That's fair.
So, who do you recognize from the Kraken lineup here?
Harrier. I remember Harrier. Yeah, that's kind of it. It's kind of it. I recognize MCAT's name from other events. Like he's played on other competitive teams before, but I could not begin to tell you how long he's been a part of Kraken.
Right, and that's like that's the funny part about looking at the team lineups. Now, there is one other player you're gonna know, but he's using a different name. That's Hank Tuff in the Petropavlovsk.
Okay.
That is actually Emoji Supreme.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now there are other players on the Kraken lineup that have joined Kraken, like Mr. Bean PhD, for example, and Zulu Scrub. So those are players that I recognize from doing various tournaments. Zulu, actually, I did a couple of his replays a while back. So I know, kind of a little bit about them. But even though we're both from Kraken, I don't recognize a lot of these players because we just don't play.
No, we don't play clan battles and don't spend time playing with these guys. Which, for better or for worse, that's just reality. White Greek's Brisbane taking a big hit there from the Bungo.
Yeah, but look at MCAT.
Yeah,
MCAT's Harugumo. Oof.
Yeah, MCAT's already in trouble back there. The Salem, that's Draw, trying to pick this up, but taking shots from across the map. That's the Vermont, I think. I'm not positive. Yeah, I think it was the Vermont. Didn't get completely dunked, but definitely got noticed.
Well, there were more shells that just came in. You were talking about that.
Somebody dunked him.
That was,
and
I think,
MCAT's going to go out here in seconds.
Yeah, I think that was... Yes, it was the Ohio and Vermont salvos tag teaming.
Well,
Ouch.
Kraken's early play for the A cap ends in failure. Both teams ticking up 1 cap, but an early 2-ship lead here for ERARE. Bunch of conga line torpedoes going in on Hank here, but those should bang into that island. He should be fine.
Additional fun story about casting Kraken. They hate when we cast them because they feel it puts all this pressure on them since we're in the same clan. So
Which is hilarious because, like we're just saying, it's like I don't even know some of these guys. Now, the old crew, right? Like when we would cast the old crew, I know from talking to a lot of them, you know, they did not care for it.
No,
like,
they did.
Stop it! You can't cover us. Stop that.
That's right. That's right. We were the curse. We would pop in. They're like, ah, crap.
Oh crap! These losers again. It's true.
Absolutely.
Well, an early 2-ship lead for ERARE means they can kind of kick back a little bit. They're going to push this Moskva through the gap into Thunderdome. And I have to presume eventually they're going to bring up somebody. Yep, here comes Havoc's gearing to try to bag this cap. Hank's going to try to have something to say about that, but I don't think they'll be able to stop this cap.
No, I don't think so. Especially now that they're also putting Panzer's Bungo, relocating him. Nice big salvo coming in, though, for White Greek's Brisbane. Let's see what happens.
Nope.
Not much.
White Greek brags his stern right out of it, and he's good to go.
Yeah.
You feel like Kraken's going to need a big early salvo, an impactful, you know, torpedo salvo, some kind of freak kill somewhere to claw their way back in here. I applaud the aggressiveness, but I'm just not sure it's gonna do what they want it to do.
They're shoving the Libertad now down to D. He decided to make a quick stopover, and that'll prevent him from taking a lot of torpedoes. But Cyber...
Nope. All of them, you mean?
Yeah, all of them, because they fizzle. So I do like the aggression there, but they got to follow it up.
Yep. There goes the A cap. ERARE out to a 200-point lead and growing. Now they have a cap advantage and a ship advantage and a health advantage, of course, early kills. You know, Zap, I mentioned this earlier. We saw somebody, I forget which team it was. I think it was Resin take a Libertad in the one game of the series that they lost on North. I remember, you know, several years ago when I think it might have been last year, the year before, the Pan American battleship line got added into the game. There was a lot of talk, a lot of concern that they would be as impactful as the German battleships traditionally were. But it hasn't really worked out that way in King of the Sea, has it?
Well, I think part of the problem is that Libertad has received a bit of a nerf since that happened. It certainly doesn't completely, quote-unquote, fix the boat, but it definitely makes it, I think, more difficult to play in competitive. So I think we're seeing a lot of teams saying, Libertad, okay, it's just not for us. Nice torpedo there from the Brisbane CEO of Beaches.
Now a 3-ship lead for ERARE, and I'm really struggling to see how Kraken finds a way back into this game.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. With the Shima gone, that pretty much is going to seal it. Libertad's going to go in, but...
They might eventually pick up this kill on CEO over here on the 9-10 line, but
yeah,
I think they're going to lose Medalist's Grozavoy here in exchange for it, which is just not, you can't be trading ships when you're down 3 ships.
Right. Exactly. Which is why I always hate when people say go for the trade. It's like, no, I don't wanna.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's Moskva does step on D to help kind of try and slow the bleeding a bit, but down 4 ships here. in game one, I just don't see a way for Kraken to get back into this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, here comes Brick Smash on the Brisbane. Let's see it. Let's see it. And
would have taken him 18 minutes to turn his turrets around. You know, one thing about our Quadas Delny here, he's just showing this Brisbane the bow and hitting him with AP. That's a really, really smart play.
Mm-hmm.
Petro secondaries taking out the Moskva. That's Mr. Bean.
Well, it was his primaries too. You know?
Yeah. Kraken going to pick up a kill here.
Well, Clinton will be satisfied. It is no longer an official Wargaming blowout.
Shells. There it is. Brick
Smash.
Brick speaks. Brick Smash, and Brisbane dies. All over but the crying here. This is in an MMORPG. This is at the point where the raid leader just says, "Call the wipe," and let's get on to the next attempt.
Absolutely, absolutely.
A solid win here from ERARE in game one, but there's a part of me that wonders if some of it is at least attributable to, I don't know that I would even call it early aggressiveness. Would you call those 2 early kills over at the ACAP, would you call them misplays, Zath, or just bad fortune?
I think a big part of it's bad fortune, because those were torpedo hits on the Gumo, if I remember right, and that really hampered their capabilities over there. I also feel like it was a bit of a unfortunate incident with team cohesion, because, or maybe they were just told, "Hey, shove the Salem to the spot," because I feel like splitting up the Gumo and the Salem is just never a good thing.
Right.
Either way.
All right, well, on to game 2 here in just a moment. Let's see how this goes.
That's right. That's right.
I'm watching this stinger and realizing I need to make a change.
What's better?
So the way the stinger is set up, the transition point is fine, but like no, why is this not happening? No, that's weird.
While you're sorting through that, I'm going to run a commercial break. I'm also running a giveaway over my chat for those of you listening.
Okay.
I got 5 minutes. Do the thing.
Yeah, I gotta push the ad roll button here again as well.
Might as well.
Might as well. I'm just glad that my goofy little quick and dirty timer is working. Woo!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's so nice having these little things, guys. You have no idea.
Well, because for years it didn't work, right? But now it's working again. So good, perfect, wonderful, love it. Well, that was ERARE's map pick, and they showed up and played very well, Zath. Let's see how things go as we head to North, which is going to be Kraken's map pick here.
Right. Now, ERARE was extremely competitive during the brackets, so I'm going to pull up, where is it? Let's see. So, first of all, I'm going to pull up the bracket from the NA side of things. And Kraken themselves defeated Buenos Noches in the losers bracket. Let's see, where was it? They started in the losers bracket because they didn't have enough points. If I remember right, I was told that they were forced to forfeit a game because they brought a golden version of one of the ships that was allowed. I think it was Prince Van Oranje. The boat itself hadn't been banned, but the golden edition was. So because of that, the game that they had won was taken away from them as a forfeit, which is interesting.
This was Buenos Noches, or Kraken did this?
This is Kraken that this happened, and this was, I believe, the first weekend. So I didn't hear about anything until.
Aren't the golden boats just straight clones?
Yeah.
Then why does it effing matter? That's so bizarre. That's such a weird rule. You're just baiting people with stuff like that.
It's in the rules. Whatever.
Yay?
Yeah.
That doesn't make it smart.
Right. So they started in the losers bracket, defeating Buenos Noches 2-1, and then they got 2-0'd from Resin pretty much right away. So they didn't have a lot of high-tier competitive, like, playoff gameplay. And the reason I want to highlight that is because that's experience that is really necessary to get you through internationals. Okay.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah. Now, as far as gotta find my doohickey here, I want to look up the other bracket, the European bracket. We can take a look at how ERARE got here. Now, that
Okay,
bracket's
I
going to
can-
revolve a lot more clicking.
Yeah.
Do you want the link for it? I have it up.
No, I can dig it up.
Okay.
It'll take a moment, but I can dig it up and follow along with you.
All right. Well, let me know when you're ready.
Got it.
All right. So, starting off with the playoff bracket. Now, remember, y'all, this was a best of threes, and it was single elimination at the very start. So, at the very beginning, ERARE 2-0's reach, and then once they get to round 2, now they have the essentially triple elimination, because if they get eliminated here, they go to the play-in bracket, and then it's double elimination there. So they defeated ORTUS, and then they got 3-0'd by TWA.
Who was your eventual victor of the bracket? I know everyone who knows anything about King of the Sea is shocked by that.
We're all completely shocked and appalled here. Okay.
Mhm.
Now go to the play-ins bracket, and then you can see that ERARE got seeded because of how far they had advanced. So they defeated Throw 2-1, and that forced Throw into the losers bracket. And then they defeated GPM in a best-of-5 qualification rounds. So the point I'm trying to make is they've got a lot more experience in this tournament by this point.
Yeah, they've got more games under their belt with this map pool, right?
Yes.
And all that, and these cap configurations and so on.
Right.
So no, you're right. That does matter. Like, that makes a difference. You know, the other streaming kind of thing that I do these days, of course, is I stream a lot of card gaming events, and I always tell people, you know, because many of these card games you can play them digitally, but I always tell people there's no substitute for playing on the table across from a live human, where you have to learn to have good table mechanics and manipulate your cards correctly and play things in the right order and sequence things properly. The analogy is just as apt here, right? There's no substitute for actual tournament experience, actually playing the game in a live environment with an opponent that you're not just scrimmaging, you know, and so on and so forth. And so that's a good point. I'm glad you noticed that, because it's not something that I would have keyed on to, not having participated in the previous weekends of the event.
Right. So, and remember, when we talk about the previous weekends, this is now essentially day 5 of Cotsville, if you think about it, because we had the 2 different weekends prior that were regionals.
Day 5 for North America, but didn't the Europeans have an extra day?
Yes, which I
So
streamed.
they had a weeknight somewhere along the way. They had to play in.
This last Wednesday, they did during clan battle times. And because it was clan battle times, it was actually convenient for me for a change. It was noon, so I got to stream the final part of the play-in bracket.
You streamed like the middle of the week somewhere. Like, what was it? Like Wednesday?
Wednesday at 12 noon.
Yeah, I saw you. I was like, what is he streaming at noon for? That was weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think we're good to go, huh?
Let's go. Let's go have a look at game number 2. As we head to North here, ERARE up a game, spawning on the north side of North. Zath, have a look at their lineup. Let's see what they're doing.
Yeah, ERARE's on North. We've got Aquatica with a Delny, your typical kind of Delny setup there. Havoc is in a gearing. We like to call this the KOTS build gearing. And then we've got someone in a Z42. Our first look at the Z42 this tournament. I love how they're all blurring their horns. That's a lot of fun. Cute. We've got Jess GT in a Salem. Looks like he drew the short of the stick and is forced to go all the way to the other side of the spawn. So congratulations there on failing the RNG. We got Y Greeks in the Brisbane. Same thing we saw him using last game. We got Shimmelin CT Spawn and a unique upgrade Petro. And finally, rightfully in the Prince Van Oranje. And they are backed up by a Sabir, that's Sonia. And look, it's a Corpus Aurea and a Libertad. So ERARE saying, "Hey, we'll see you, your Libertad, and we'll call you on it." Interesting.
I'll be curious to see. I note as I look across the map, Kraken has decided to forego the Libertad this particular lineup. Their 2 battleships, Panzer's Vermont, again bringing a brick of their own, headed towards mid. A good place for Vermont on this map. And then taking their Kremlin, that's Cyber Viper, headed over towards the 8-9 line at the moment. Now, he's got a bunch of buddies with him fronting that group. That's Metallis's Grozovoy, same build we saw last game. And a triple cruiser lineup. We have a Howden Liu, that's Hank. That is unique upgrade, Howden Liu. With him is a PVO, Diving Harrier, gun reload, and all that sort of thing. And then draws Salem, again with the range, just like we saw in the previous game. Rounding out the team, MCAT now in a Brisbane, over here at the moment patrolling south of Sea in a basically a full torpedo build there. And then Zulu's Summers headed all the way to the B cap, presumably with the Brisbane going with him.
Yeah. You know who would be so excited to see the Summers is available in King of the Sea? But, Raptor. I just almost called you, but sorry about that.
That's okay. Crap. No, I want it. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not coming up with it. Who is it?
Special K.
That was it. Thank you. I was like, it starts with an S. Damn it. Why is it not coming? It was Special K. Special K. There
Remember,
it was.
Almost all of our clan battles games, he's in his Summers, just doing magic things in that boat.
Yeah. This is the first time we've seen Summers in King of the Sea in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Usually it's just on the ban list. Like, just don't even bother.
Yep. Just banned. Well, it wasn't available. And for a long time, before the advent of press accounts, the rule was that if a ship was not widely available, easily available, it was not allowed. Like, it was banned because it gave a player who had, whatever, spent money, played it, whatever. He had an advantage, and so the ship was banned. But now with press accounts, these things are less of a concern.
True. Although they do still want to keep it relatively to that level because the players themselves, even though they have access to the boat, doesn't mean they have experience in the ship. So
correct.
That's part of the reason why they said it has to be readily available. And I think Summers is in the rotation in the armory, so that's probably the argument that is made for allowing it in now.
Okay. Well, the early cap advantage swinging to K here on the south spot. They're able to grab B just a few moments ahead of ERARE. E cap is contested. Metallis's Grozovoy chilling in there as the Z42 contests him. That's someone. Now, I will say that K's early trades at the E cap don't seem to be favoring them very well. I'd say things are definitely favoring ERARE right now.
Okay.
But they have more ships, right? They've got the Howden, the PVO, and the Salem, and the Kremlin against just the Kremlin and the PVO and ERARE's Salem of their own.
Oh, the Sibir is also out there too. Mr. Bean trying to get some cheeky shots into him right now. Now, Mr. Bean's positioning in the Petro is all about preventing Sonia from advancing.
Yep.
So I do like the...
I was gonna say, is the Sibir that soft? You could probably pen him with the AP. You probably can. Russian guns on a Russian side armor. He should probably be able to get full pens there.
Yeah. Speaking of getting pens, Draw Salem taking some big hits there on its way into this potential safe haven. But yeah, I mean, again, the big problem with the Sibir is just the inability to really tank through a lot of these this damage that these guys take.
Draw gets Dutch ovened right there. Big Prince van Orange airstrike hit. His next heal 69 seconds away, and he's on a double fire. Yeah,
it's definitely going to be difficult. ERARE setting up for, essentially, we need to pick a ship from this side of the island. They know it's going to be contested. They're going to just drop the ship there. So
now, last year, right, when they added North back in this cap configuration, they had forgotten to change how quickly the caps ticked.
Yes.
And so it meant the map played very quickly. But it seems to me that they have made this correction, Zath, because even on a 2-cap advantage, 3-1, Kraken still has 5 minutes they have to wait before the game ends.
Well, sure. And I think if I'm Kraken now, I'm thinking, how do we get the Salem extracted from E in that spot?
Better have a plan.
Because you know, once you get the cap, great. Now you have to hold it, but you also have to realize that the ships that you've assigned for grabbing that cap, some of those may be better useful elsewhere. So you now need to start thinking about rotating boats.
Ooh. The Hydro Destroyer, someone takes a torpedo there and rightfully gets dunked a little bit as well.
Yeah, I'm watching PVO airstrike on Hank Tuff's How Blue.
Yep.
That hurts a bit.
Here comes another one. The Grozovoy AA is there as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's hair you're dunking.
Yeah.
Rightfully. My apologies. I had it backwards.
It's hard to keep track of all these different
It's a very interesting push, Zath, watching this Libertad
to the channel
and this Petro in the channel, especially since the Libertad is, I won't say easily, but regularly getting dunked by Panzer's guns.
Well, sure. But as you can see, he's bouncing a lot of that hate. And of course, that's all potential damage. So, hey, he's happy to get that free funny button charging.
I gotta say, Zath, I really like this play from Arcata. He's pushed through the C cap now. He's flanking the B cap from the east.
Yeah.
The Brisbane is, yeah, we go. The Brisbane's spotted immediately. Radars, now they know where to look for him. So now that play has been kind of sussed out a little bit. But I like that it draws the eye line of MCAT somewhere else and gives them something else to worry about.
This is true. We did just see a torpedo hit Havoc's gearing over on that one line as they set up for their next death snail position.
The enemy is about to win.
Panzer's Vermont has been just pushed way back. Tons of pressure there.
Oh, absolutely. But that's fine. You can give some ground. It's not a problem. I think the big thing is, how is Kraken going to rotate their ships around to deal with the Libertad and Petropavlovsk threat?
Yeah, they've got to hang on for another 2.5 minutes here. They are ticking up points nicely now.
Yeah, but
ERARE moved these ships to the channel and then just stopped for some reason.
Quada's going to get into the B cap in a moment, and that's going to stem the bleeding. Give them a little bit more time. I think those guys have stopped because they want to force Kraken to respond to their positioning, and they're going to wait. And it's almost like a demonstration, right? You get yourself spotted on purpose to get them to look at you, kind of like you mentioned the eye, drawing the eyes. So there could be a feint play to try to get Kraken forces off of E, so they can get set up to just do a hard push into the E cap.
Could be. Panzer still trading shots with this Libertad.
That's
solid hits there. Ooh, he bounced almost that entire salvo. Good trade there. Metallicus Grozovoy racing west, trying to involve himself in this drama at the B cap. The Summers is going to be in Zulu pushing back north. I'm not sure I like this play. He's spotted now.
Yeah,
that's going to allow him to come under fire from both destroyers.
And the
as
torpedo?
He has to dodge a torpedo salvo.
He dodged.
He's got that dodged. He needs to get back into smoke here as best he can. The Brisbane, because the Brisbane radar is offline. It's going to allow the friendly Brisbane to get some damage into these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Zulu's at 7,000.
We're still 2 minutes and 20 seconds from a Kraken win here in game 2. They controlled 3 caps long enough. They've built a lead that cannot be surpassed without a kill or stepping onto another cap to deny them some points for a spell.
Which is the hardest part of any competitive right now. You're being told, whatever you do, don't die.
Yep. Losing a ship becomes a catastrophic problem in these situations.
Oh, Sonia Severe continuing to be farmed out. 4,000 hit points. No more heals in the tank.
Yeah, they're going to get this kill, I think. It's coming soon. Next salvo or two here. There it is.
The enemy is about to win.
All right, a big kill for Kraken. 60 seconds from a win here in game 2. The Grozovoy now able to put pressure on Arcata's Delny. If they can pick up this Delny kill, that cuts the timer even closer.
At 45 seconds left if nothing else changes. I think the big thing is Hank staying alive.
Smoke now.
I think the big thing is Hank staying alive in that Howden. He was quite low, but he's got the heal going. He should be safe.
Ooh.
Uh,
Big hit
Quad
into
knows.
Dre's bow there in the Salem.
20 seconds to go. Our quad goes dark now.
Well, and Metalis deciding to come out of the smoke to secure the kill. If they can secure this kill, that's the game. But the Delny makes it to another heal. They're unlikely to get this kill now. So it's a
Yeah.
bit of a risk for Metalis.
8 seconds to
He
go.
He can't lose
Ah.
his ship here.
Brisbane gets
they bagged
torpedoed.
Brisbane somewhere. There we go.
All the way on the one line, on the border. He was going for a
right.
luck chuck. Didn't quite get it off.
Kraken forces game 3 with a good showing here on North in game 2.
Ooh, game 3.
So now, Zath, we are presented with a dilemma. Do we stay with this match, or do we go to the next one we're supposed to start?
We're staying, baby.
I'm with you. I had to offer the choice. All right, guys. So our next match is going to be. Let me pull it up here for a moment. Actually, let me come back to here and hit that button first, so I don't forget. And then let's see. What is the schedule? Hang
Take
on,
a
man.
look where you've got us right.
TSY and NTT is our next scheduled match. That's supposed to start in about 13 minutes. We're not going to get to that one until game 2. What I might do, Zath.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was going to take
what
us
I was gonna
off.
do.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're going to do that? I was going to pop over there and let them know to just start the match, and we'll join them for game 2.
And we could do that too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because otherwise you're stuck waiting all the way for an hour and 15 minutes to the next group.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking us off the match. I'm going to go tell them we're going to stick with our other match, start this on time, and we'll pick up with game 2 when the time comes. So,
Perfect.
Check out the training room real quick, because that room will be up somewhere. Let me find it, okay?
Yeah, we've already been pinged on it. Here,
Okay.
I'll let him know.
Let him know on Discord, and I'm going to let him know in the training room.
All right. So, let him know. We get him in both ways, so that
Yep,
works.
exactly.
Cool.
Okay, that's done. I will leave the room now. Done. Okay, perfect. Come back over here. And there's that.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. They got to swap everything around.
Yeah, it's going to take a few moments. I hit my fancy schmancy button. And that'll do the thing.
Yep, that'll do the thing.
You know what? I might use this opportunity to hit the head for just a moment. Yeah, I might as well. I will be right back.
All right. Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, the sun is rising. It's 8:30 here in U.S. Central Time. We've been up for 4 hours. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thanks for joining us early on your weekend morning. Hope you're enjoying it with a cup of coffee, your feet up somewhere, working on your drops, whatever you're working on. Thanks for joining us. We love doing this, and I'm glad we were able to pull it off. I had people coming in a couple of weeks ago to my regular stream going like, why aren't you, like, are you going to be able to stream the event? I was like, I can't stream anything for North America. I've got stuff going on both weekends. And at the time, it didn't look good for internationals. But blessedly, Zath tagged me middle of last week, I think, and reached out and said, hey, I think I'm going to be able to do internationals. Do you want to? And I was like, yeah, we probably should. I've had enough people asking. We probably should. So here we are, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. When Zath gets back, I'm probably going to step away myself. Breakfast was about 3.5 hours ago, and I could use a little snack, to put it lightly. Yeah. Answer a quick question in chat here.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have my my next snack in a little bit as well. Because it is a long day, so. But I would echo what you just said. I always appreciated you guys tuning in, being a part of the fun.
Yep.
Normally I do an after party, but no.
No, just don't. Just don't
No.
today.
No.
Maybe
Well,
next weekend when you're home, but not
exactly,
today.
exactly. That's a totally different situation there. As I just noticed that my friend has not returned yet still.
Okay. Wow. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna step away myself and take a bio break and grab a munchie, and I'll be back shortly.
Sounds good. That means y'all are all stuck with moi now. And Raptor's chair. It's a fun chair. For sure. It looks like they're swapping teams and stuff around. Yay. But yeah, these are always a lot of fun events. You guys know if I can do a tournament, I do my darndest to make it happen. It just so happened the first weekend of regionals, I was invited by Stack Up to go and do a special fundraising event for them called Arms Live. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of people saying, why aren't you doing KOTS? It is what it is. One of the things I wish there was more of is advanced warning about these kinds of events, not just for us, the casters, but also for the players and the teams to be able to start, prepping strats and that sort of thing. But, there's not a lot of time in the calendar to work things out as it is. So, here we are. But I'm glad Raptor could join us for this. He tagged me a few times. Said, are you sure? Are you 100% sure that you will be doing this? And I said, I will double check with my friend. I'm like, yeah, it's on. Now, the hard thing is going to be tomorrow morning because my friend's birthday party is tonight. So, yeah, we're going to have to kind of sort some stuff out with that. But, yeah. My plan will probably be to finish the stream and then take a nap and crash. So, we'll see where it goes from there. But hopefully you guys are getting your drops progress. A quick reminder about giveaways. Raptor is giving giveaway codes away on his Discord. So just make sure you're joined his Discord and keep an eye on the little button press that you have to do to get into those giveaways. On my channel, my giveaways are on my Twitch stream. I do also stream on YouTube and Kick as well. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to make sure you're getting in for giveaways on both systems. Honestly, you might as well. And for my giveaways, very easy. All you have to do is be a follower and just typing in chat. So about every 10-15 minutes, just type something in.
More free stuff, baby.
I mean, it's really important. Wargaming is giving us this stuff to give out to all of you. And hey, signals. Okay, some people go, oh, it's only signals. It saves you money. It's saving you credits.
Saves you money.
Coal is great.
Saves you
It's
cash.
still useful places. And distant voyages containers, when we get those to give away, I mean, dude, I just one of my previous giveaway winners won the Freedom camo for sailing, and he's stoked. I mean, that's a great camo. So
I've been giving away CC crates, right? And one of my guys in chat was like, I just won in Alabama. That's never happened before. I was like, yeah, that's why I love giving away those things, man, because every now and then somebody hit jackpots and hits a premium ship they didn't know, and I love that stuff.
I have a running list, as you know, of like everything that that I've accumulated wealth-wise, so to speak, in game, like that dollar value, because it's just fun to look at it later and say how much is my account worth if I were to spend for all of it. And then I also have on the side all the ships I've given away through the CC containers. And yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a great feeling to know that somebody won a ship off of you. And it reminds me of like the in-person gatherings when we used to be given cards we could give out with the ship to somebody. We met them and had a good time talking to them. And I met somebody the first the Anchors Away Anaheim. I met this guy. He says, I sent you the best game I've ever had, and you found all these problems with it.
And you eviscerated it. You told
And
me
I'm-
I was the worst player ever.
No, but I'm waiting for the tongue lashing that comes after that. You know what I mean? Like, you are
Mhm.
such a D-bag, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And he's like, you know what you did was you made me realize that I really don't know this game as well as I thought I did. And what I thought was so awesome about that is, you're right. I mean, the game continues to evolve and continues to grow, but it's so complex. There's so much in there that
Yeah.
even your best of battles, there's still learning opportunities. And I love that part of this game. So I was so excited and just absolutely pumped by his response. I'm like, here, have an Alabama. He couldn't believe it. He was so excited.
That's awesome. I do miss that. I miss being able to hand those out. And sometimes you'd find like new players, families with little kids who had just started playing or were interested in trying. I was like, well, here, have a premium ship. Add something to your account that's cool on me. I love doing that. I miss doing that for folks.
Remember the daddy-daughter pair that won a gaming PC for the daughter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
I've
awesome.
forgotten about that.
That was
cool.
awesome. Speaking of
That was cool.
awesome, we've got an awesome game 3 to bring to you
We
now.
do indeed, Zath. Don't forget to use the flipped spawn as we head into game 3 of this series.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first hotspot match of the day. Zath, have a look over the Kraken lineup. Talk to me.
Yeah, so we got Zulu back in that Summers. We've got Medalist in Ragnar. This is our first look, my first look in the entirety of COTS so far, I believe. Alvaro de Zan. Oh my god, what is KMX trying to cook up over here? We got Hank Tuff in a San Martin, Diving Harrier in a Brisbane. Dra is now in a Range Petro. Behind them is our that's Panzer in the Bungo, and Cyber Viper in a Libertad. They bring it back to Libertad. Yeah, I don't know.
Like the Libertad pick, Zath. I'm not sure.
I don't either. But let's take a look at ERARE. What do you got for them?
Let's just say no team fielding a Libertad has won a game this match. Okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
ERARE going with a triple destroyer lineup here. We're sending Adelny Arcada out towards mid right now. He's got friends with him. Someone's Summers, of course, a typical full. Actually, it's not a total full torpedo build. He's got smoke mod in slot 3, which is interesting. Obviously, some plans there. CEO in a Minotaur has to be Manitar. Yes, sir. Everybody's favorite. Shima's Petropavlos. That's not confusing at all. That is unique upgrade Petropavlos with the improved AP characteristics. Rightfully in a Cecilia. Corpus back in an Ohio this game. And then the rightward element, let's say over here on the eastern flank, this is Jess in a Petro. That's a range Petro. I'm not sure how he's going to position that ship in such a way that that's going to matter. Havoc in a full typical stealth and torpedo build gearing, and Y Greeks Brisbane.
So, Cecilia's an interesting pick. It's got the SAP secondaries, and it's got the ability to exhaust smoke its way someplace. But I'm not feeling it either, so we'll have to see.
Well, Cecilia speaks for the first time this game. Let's see what kind of salvo we get out of it. Survey
lot of nothing.
says a whole lot of nothing.
Now, remember that Colombo is in this tournament, but unique upgrade specifically has been banned.
I did not know that. That's actually interesting.
Yes. We did see a team field the Colombo last weekend. It actually succeeded. They won. But the unique upgrade, of course, is so helpful for the Italian battleships. And Sicilia doesn't get it.
So a whole lot of noise here in the middle of the map, but a whole fat load of nothing when it comes to actual cap control. Summers, that would be Zulu, and the Delny, that would be Arcada, continue to head towards the extreme western flank of the map, while their teammates continue to trade shells over the middle of things. This eastern element of ERARE now, Zath, starts to look very impactful. I like this play for them over here at D.
Yeah, 3-on-1 is gimme, right? They're gonna get they're gonna get it, and the big question is, can Hank Tuff you know, essentially hang tough. I mean,
Hang
is he
tough.
going to
No,
be
it's exactly the
able
question.
to take away enough ships, and use up their time over here? He's got to keep them busy. I don't know that he can.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
gonna. Yeah, he's
see,
gonna have his hand. He's gonna have his work cut out for him with that Petro in pat position, backed up by a 12-kilometer radar cruiser and a gearing with long duration American smoke. Good luck. Let's just say that. Good luck.
yeah. The big thing he needs to do is charge up his funny button, which means he needs to get main battery hits on things. So he's got a
Mm-hmm.
Bowen Petro to hit, or maybe a Brisbane gearing if he gets lucky.
K continuing to try to put some pressure on the C cap. They had ducked one or both of these destroyers into the top of the cap. That drew out the radar from Shima's Petro. They had to back them off, and now they'll presumably try again here in a moment.
Yeah, C turns out to be a bit of a no man's land once teams have initially set up. So you see a lot of teams go extremely hard for C on this map to win it at the start, because oftentimes if you don't win it right away, nobody's got it for like the duration of the battle.
Well, it felt like Kraken tried that and just came up short.
Yep. Yep.
Now Cyber's Libertad kind of caught Bow in here, reversing with a Petro on his flank. That cannot feel good. Extinguishes the double fires there.
Yep. Yep. Meanwhile, we got some radars out catching CEO of beaches. Here comes the bungo shells. They miss.
Kraken not trading health very well here early, upside down on HP. It does look like they might finally pick up C here. The Shima radar, the Petro radar is offline, and the Minotaur radar does not have the range to pick up MCAT in this position.
Looks like Cyber Viper's Libertad takes some hits as CEO goes down to Bungo. Yep.
There's the Bungo being impactful. That's a big kill for Kraken, an early ship advantage. Takes the radar out of the middle, and they'll easily bag C now.
Yeah, that's ouch.
But I was about to point out Cyber's health pool when the Ohio pointed it out for me. So
Yeah.
just like that, the Libertad is dead, and we are back to even on ships 8v8 here as we progress through game 3.
Yeah, I really feel like if they had brought almost any other battleship, they would have still have that battleship alive right now. But it is what it is.
I mean, there's no way to know that, but so far, the Libertad has just not delivered anything but misery to either team that's fielded it. So we'll see if Kraken can overcome it here in game 3, but not looking good so far.
Yeah, I do like, though, that kill at C does give them the C cap, like, handily. It's just a question of now what can Kraken do on the other side as Aquatis Delny coming under attack now.
Yeah, I was just pointing out here that between the Brisbane and the Summers, like, they're in a really good position to possibly bag this Delny kill. They're bringing the Cecilia over, I think, to try to provide some cover for him. Wondering if Harrier knows that guy is there.
I doubt it.
Rightfully was just spotted. Well, no, rightfully was just spotted. So
Okay.
he definitely knows that he's in that position.
Yeah, the hard thing is I was talking about this in game 1. The Summers and Brisbane have split. They are coming back together, though.
Yeah, they have an opportunity here to finish Arcata. He keeps ducking in and out. There we go. The Brisbane radar's got him lit now. And now that he's on the map border, he's going to struggle. He's got very few places to run. He's going to play the map border slide game here.
Comes to Cecilia Savo.
Well, and here comes Summers' smoke.
Right.
Arcata survives the radar, not before he takes a little more chip damage here.
Yeah, but the important thing is he survives. He's got to heal in 10 seconds.
He does survive. Zulu ducks out of the way of this torpedo salvo and does begin to flip the A cap.
You mean the B cap?
Sorry, it is the B cap. My apologies.
It's so easy to mess those two up.
Yep.
I
So
do like
Kraken
how
behind about 90 points, but making a good play here.
take a look at Metallis's Ragnar. They're shoving him through as well. I really like that play.
So do I. They're going to need it, although Havoc's gearing takes a San Martin torp. Hank's going to lose this eventual fight with his San Martin up here at the top of the map eventually. Here come the Ohio shells trying to
And
end that
Petro.
conversation.
That's right.
Yep. He's going to dodge the Ohio salvo. Petro one bounces
Wow.
mostly, surprisingly enough.
I don't think his funny button is charged. He's got 30 seconds until his heal. And there's the fire
not
that
gonna
will
make
end
it.
him. Nope.
Yeah, he's not going to make it.
Nope.
So back to a one-ship lead for ERARE, but they are down a cap here for the moment.
Yeah. Torpedoes hitting Shimato. Shimin? It's Petropavlos.
I think it's I'm just gonna call him Shima. I think it's Shima in C. And Shima in center spawn or something like that, I think is how it's meant to be read. But I'm just gonna call him Shima.
All right.
Because it's, confusing. Why wouldn't it be?
Yep. Well, despite the Ragnar coming down, Kraken has chosen not to pursue, which I find very interesting. I think maybe they just want to zone out the Delny and just get the pick on him, and that's it.
Well, we'll see, because right now, if I'm Kraken, what I'm trying to do right now is get things set to defend the middle of the board. Because what has been a north-south fight is about to become an east-west fight, as ERARE is 100% going to try to figure out how can I pressure and eventually work my way in the C cap.
Well, they only have 3 minutes to do that.
They're going to have to get on the ball here.
Yeah, the Ohio's
One
going the
thing
wrong
that-
way.
One thing that Hank did that definitely was a good use of his ship was he drugged that gearing in the Brisbane well out of position. It's going to take them some time to get back onto station, and it's time that they may not have, depending on how the rest of the team reacts and what kind of shots they land between now and then.
I'd really like to see a little bit more aggression coming from this group over on the B side. Take advantage of the situation. You know the Delny is low. You know that... Yes?
I think they're trying to chase these guys on the assumption or hope that they're lurking near this cap circle, but I think ERARE's made the exact correct call. They have just pulled these guys out completely and said, no, just bail. Bail completely and don't even risk it. Don't lose the ship.
Speaking of losing the ship, Mr. Bean now coughs himself up there. He got stuck in a really bad position and backed up too far.
Yep. I was just about to point out that Kraken had just moved out to the lead, but the loss of the Moskva in the middle of the map means that, well, that disappeared in a hurry.
Right, and so this is the problem with allowing ERARE to do what it wants to do in the corner. It gave them the complete opening that they needed to take advantage of that broadside Petro.
Talus takes a torp in the bow, and it's now a 2-ship lead for ERARE. More pieces on the board, more guns in the fight. Can Kraken hold on for 2 minutes? That's the real question here.
It's going to be longer. Someone's about to get into the C cap. As soon as that happens, that's a time extension.
I see it. Yep. They've managed to put enough pressure on Draws Petro. They've pushed him back far enough. I don't think his radar can cover out here. It can't.
Nope.
Yep. A definite time extension. I think what's going to happen is Kraken's going to move out to the lead about 10 or 12 points here before the C cap completes ticking over.
But the real problem is they're down 2 ships. They have less flexibility on the board and continuous mistakes. Like, look at Draws Petro right now.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Cecilia dunks him.
Yep.
Big kill.
Yep.
They've been trying to secure these kills. I feel like, Zath, they've allowed themselves to be baited. They've chased these guys to the bottom of the map, and they might yet still bag one of them. But man, it feels like they've just kind of left the rest of the team to hang out while they've done it.
Absolutely. The thing is that they had the ability to do it earlier, and they waited. It's almost like they wanted to play with their food, and this is the result. Their food fought back.
I also, again, I got to give credit to ERARE here. They correctly read the situation and were like, no, pull those ships out. Kite hard. Don't
Right.
get caught. Don't fight over the cap. Just run, run, run.
Right.
And it
But
worked.
you brought Medalus's Ragnar back to prevent exactly what happened.
What
Because
just happened?
because what they did was they said, okay, well, you come back to where we are. No, you continue to push down on your side and prevent the spacing. And well, ouch.
Ooh, Zaf.
Yep,
The
I see it.
Bungo puts Kraken into the lead by seconds, but they lose
Nope.
the Ragnar.
Yep.
If they
Yep.
could have kept the Ragnar in the game, they
Yep.
might have won by a second or two, but didn't
And
happen.
that's the one salvo from the Columbo. That's the one salvo from the Columbo that hit the Ragnar, did enough damage so that everybody else get the chip damage in. So, unfortunately, I almost feel like they were too afraid of Summer's torpedoes, which is hilarious because that's exactly what happened to the Ragnar, to Metallus. He took a Summer's torpedo after going all the way to the 2 line and then hooking back
Yeah.
around.
Yep. Well, we're seconds away here from an ERARE win in this match, Seth, but it's been a great match.
Mm-hmm. It's been an extremely
Kraken had
competitive match. Yep.
It has. Kraken had some opportunities here in Game 3 that I think they still could have won, and they just weren't able to pull it together. And
Nope.
ERARE is going to go home a winner.
That's right. Kraken, of course, not out of this, but hey, that's
No.
one more series they have to somehow win
Yeah.
in order to make it to the next weekend's playoffs.
Well played to both teams. Congrats to ERARE, though. They are your winners here in this particular match. Collecting their first match win of the day. They need 3 to move on and qualify for next weekend's final playoff series here in the international bracket of King of the Sea 18.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to close this and got to find out what's going on with the thing that we signed up for, right?
Yep, let's head over to that match. We'll catch them in progress. Let's see. All right.
Remember who they were.
It
TSY
was
NTT, right?
TTN and somebody else. TSY and NTT, that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Joe. Let's get that set up here. They are in game.
Yep, they're currently in game 1, which is not surprising. All right, so let's come here. I think this was stage B, and then we need round 2. And then we need TSY. NTT? Is that the name of this team?
Entity.
Oh,
Yep.
Entity. Entity.
Ah,
I
now
get
you
it
got it. Now you got
The
it.
light bulb. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're missing Sleeping Giant. We're going to go right back to Hotspot. And we might see Land of Fire for Game 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Band maps are North and Loop. I'm gonna press my fancy.
They just finished Game 1 while we're sitting here, so our timing is almost impeccable, Zath.
Great. Hiroshima, Des Moines, Brisbane, and Lever, and Moscow. Metro. Basically, away with these 12-kilometer radar shenanigans.
Can you
Wow.
blame them?
No.
Hard to blame them, my friend. Look, if you can use your radar, but we're going to make you actually put your ship in danger to do it. I feel like that's pretty reasonable myself.
Mhm.
First time we've seen a double ban. Bans are done blindly. Both teams in this match banning Brisbane.
Mhm.
And then our map rotation is Sleeping Giant.
Right.
Spot,
Entity won game
and-
1.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. So if I push this button,
Yay!
bam, it should
Button
work.
press.
There it is. Things are working as they should. How about them apples? All right, outstanding. Brilliant. All right, now I got to refresh my memory. TSY is the Chinese number 4 seed, and Entity is the EU number 6 seed.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you asking me or are you stating that?
No, I'm reading it. I'm stating that's what they are. I had to go back and check. That's where we've landed.
Huh?
And then they both are 0-1 coming into this match. So they both need a win here to, you know, keep hope alive. Get those looking for 3 match wins between today and tomorrow. That's the goal. I'm gonna mute the mic here for a minute and have another noisy snack.
That's what I was doing, Pickett. Now you get to watch both of us sit here and snack. Enjoy the silence, everyone. Hey, tell you what, while that's going on, weather report. Where are you at? What's the weather like where you are? Let's do it.
Sorry for the silence, guys. Ordinarily, we like to keep things going, but, you know, we're going to be here a spell, and we don't really get a break, so we're trying to get a munchie here to keep the energy up so that when we're in game, life is good, and there's plenty to talk about and see. But as Zath said, I'm curious. We're always curious to know where folks are, and this time of year can get all kinds of crazy weather. Always fun to hear what everybody's dealing with on any given day, right? I know a lot of folks like I have family that lives in the Midwest here in the U.S., and they were complaining about snow flurries and freezing temperatures today, and I was like, I'm in shorts. I don't know what your problem is. So, not everybody has that problem. Fall weather is very weird. We had a couple of days here where it was quite cool, and then last week it was, yesterday and today and tomorrow it's gonna be like, 80 degrees, or let me translate that for the rest of the world. About 25-ish, Actually, no, higher than that. More like 27, 28. 28, pretty typical over the next few days. And then, next week, if fun or below 3, it'll get cool again. So, where is Zath's hat? So, Zath is not at home, and because he's traveling, he doesn't have all of his traditional accoutrement. So, yeah. Looking at the other matches that folks are covering, I'm actually a little bummed. Nobody's covering. Wow. Okay, interesting. We'll see where that goes. Nobody's covering RNG and resin, which is a shame. I would have liked to. I would have thought that somebody on the NA server would have picked that one up, but nobody did. Let's see who else. Now that the next round, the Group A stuff is finishing. Okay, so I will say, going into the next round, right now you guys are looking good timing, Zath, because we're literally start dropping the game right now. You better unmute at some point because your lips are moving.
All right, there we go. I think
you went and found a hat. I see. You went and found a hat.
Oh, I've
Okay.
had a series of hats ready to go.
Oh, okay.
That are my friends, and I thought, hey, well, after enough comments about where's the captain's hat, the best I can do is Blockbuster.
All right. It works, baby.
It works.
do
Let's
it.
see.
All right.
Which one are we on? We're on reverse.
Yes, we should be on reverse.
All right, here we go. This is game
All
2.
right,
We
ladies
missed game 1.
Indeed. We were missing game 1 while we covered the other match.
Yeah. So you want to tell us about Entity?
Sure thing. Entity up a game as they spawn here in the north side of a hotspot. Fielding a triple destroyer lineup. We're looking at Riddle's gearing here. A very traditional torpedo heavy, stealth heavy build. Flanked by Cute Malone's Marceau. Have a look there. Okay, nothing particularly abnormal there. He is running Fearless Brawler. I love seeing that skill on destroyers. Throwboat. Oh, Zath, I love the name of this guy. I want to make a new account with that name now. That is amazing.
There you go.
Throwboat here in a largely torpedo-centric build gearing is running the smoke mod down there in slot 3. Backed up by a Wooshta. That's fish bread. Love that name too. And Yandere Akagi in a Bungo. Now, this particular Bungo, Zath, check out his skill set, running the improved AP skill for his battleship.
It's a good choice for a Bungo because you're really never going to shoot AP. Or, sorry, never going to shoot AG.
Cruisers, yep. Rounding out the cruisers, we have Strategic Faults Napoli. Again, it's a secondary style build. The Dying Dutchman. Man, these names are so clever. Also the same kind of build. And then Heavy Klutza. Heavy Klutza. Minotaur. That is a Minotaur, I presume. It is indeed. And their final battleship, Ritter Burns Libertad.
Yep, we saw Dying Dutchman live up to his name quite a bit last weekend. So,
Okay.
opposing to the south, wearing red is TSY with Gumo heading his way towards the C-Cap. He's got the unique up. Actually, he's full 420 Blazed build, including slot 3 extended smoke mod. We got Ooze Gdansk, followed up by Zhao Wuya's Minotaur. That's a radar Minotaur, of course. Hugo is heading towards the B-Cap with his Yu Yang. I'm surprised to see him not supporting the team up at B just to luck chuck some torps and stuff. Montana's Utrecht. That's going to be fun to see. Heading his way.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to take advantage of the smoke screen, but he's still pretty far back. We got Filaments Bungo with a bit of a different build there with some ability to change AP and HE. We have LY460's San Martin working his way to the D-Cap with the Q18 or the Q, I don't know, Delny, over at the D-Cap there with a heel build Delny. That was a mouthful, but there we go.
We got there in the end, baby.
Got there in the end. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, as the death snails have been drawn on the map.
Yep, a wall of torpedoes coming in here to the south, obviously spotted by this Minotaur Hydro, and it doesn't like all of them have the range. Both teams laying giant smoke screens up near the C-Cap, but nobody going in there just yet. Both teams leaving a destroyer and a radar cruiser behind as they continue to push to the west. Now the Marceau, with an easy speed advantage, gets there first for Entity. And that's going to be the first cap of the game as they begin to tick up points.
Now, back in the day, we used to call those torpedoes, your mountain of torpedoes you were talking about, we called those walls of skill.
Yes, the wall of skill. The ubiquitous wall of skill. Deepwater torpedoes run out well short of Heavy Klutz's hull, and so now he's in a more maneuverable position. He can slide a little closer to the cap if he wants. Now, Zhao's Minotaur has backed off the C-Cap and left Use Gdansk behind entirely. I'm a little surprised by that. Use Gdansk radar here, picking up Riddle's gearing. A little bit of early chip damage. Actually, hasn't actually hit him yet. My apologies. And just pushing him off the cap mostly. Hugo's Yu Yang now into the B-Cap at last. This is a much different game from what we saw last game, right? Both teams shoving a decent amount of force straight into the western side of the map. Last game, we didn't see much of this.
No, we definitely did not.
Actually going to see some combat over here in the decap as well. Throwboat's gearing getting spotted briefly on the San Martin radar. Still has Q18 Q's Delny lit.
Now, I will say, we've seen Worcester a couple of times last weekend. Never won. Just
Okay.
It's kind of like that Curse of the Libertad last series.
Well, Libertad and Worcester on the same team this time now, Zach. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. Could
Yeah,
be the
double
double
cursed.
curse. All right, both teams contesting D here, a destroyer from each team sitting in there. The battle for C continues as entities push to the 1-2 line, now begins to turn southward. Let's see how TSY sets up to receive.
Comes some Ohio shells on the Napoli. Napoli's just a little too close to the land. It's interesting seeing not a lot going on at the sea cap right now.
Sees a lot of back and forth, but no real gains. Although I got to say, if I'm the Gdansk, I am leery of that Minotaur. Minotaur is just not a ship I ever want to see when I play a destroyer, especially not a well-played radar minnow.
Mm-hmm. Some
Deepwater
Bungo
Torps
shells
coming in on the strategic, and he takes one, and another one's going to go into Ritter's Libertad here.
Yeah, the decision to not put the Yu Yang so high up in the sea allows them to get to that one line as quickly as possible for these torpedoes specifically.
This entity push kind of just made the turn and then stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Now it feels like the Libertad and Napoli are just going to get farmed out up here. One thing I like about how Hugo's Yu Yang is working, see how he's staggering his torpedo launches?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of doing this. I love it when I see players do this because I think it's more impactful. You create worse maneuvering decisions. You have the chance of landing longer duration floods.
Yep.
Could be a big deal.
Yep. You also keep them guessing as far as when the next torpedoes are coming.
Yep.
And it looks like Ritter will take 2 more deep water torpedoes. One in the bow, one in the stern. Oof, that's double flood for another 20 seconds. And his engines are out.
You say that, and his engines are out. And guess what, Zath? More torpedoes inbound.
But wait, there's more.
That one that snuck past the island is almost guaranteed to hit him up forward here. Unless the Napoli does a Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President. Let's go.
Napoli plays Get Down, Mr. President, and steps in front of the Deepwater torpedo that would have 100% ended Ritter's game.
Yeah, awesome play there. Ritter's getting the heel up. But I'm with you. It just feels weird. They put all their forces into this one little push, and then they're like, nah.
And they're like, nah,
second thought,
we
let's just
stopped.
not do it.
I think there's a... Go.
I think the reason for that is because they got the decap, right? So Entity's like, okay, we don't need to push over here anymore. Hit the brakes.
Well, not only that, but like TSY was well entrenched and set up to receive this push.
Oh, yeah.
So I think at some point you look at the situation and go, I got a cap advantage. I don't need to throw away my health advantage for no reason. So F it, we're good. Pull the brakes. It's a 150-point lead and growing here for Entity. TSY pushed off of everything but the B cap.
Well, TSY's Utrecht is in trouble. I've been following him, just narrowly dodging torpedoes, but then he's got Libertad shooting at him, Napoli. I don't know why he's not going to where Entity's Libertad and Napoli are just camping, because he's got the tools to prevent that. Oh, he's
Well, and
punishing for it.
he did dunk the Libertad pretty good a little minute ago with the one of the airstrikes, right?
Yeah.
Took probably 10, 12,000 HP away. As the San Martin just gets dunked from TSY. Must have been a torpedo. Or the boom. Oh, I think the Bungo hit him actually.
He got Bungo smashed for 40k.
Yeah. Get bungoed, as the kids like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by picking up the decap, they cough up a huge chunk of San Martin health, but it's going to pay off. It cuts the timer. It buys them more time. TSY now with we're still over 4 minutes to an entity win here, so they'll see if they can salvage something out of it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the other side, TSY actually starting to push up now.
Yeah.
One line. I like this.
So do I. TSY now playing the aggressor over here in an area of the map where they were clearly on the back foot, but times have changed.
Yep. Ritter is going to try to use this opportunity to W out of here before the torpedoes arrive.
I think he might have timed this incorrectly.
It's kind of the point.
He's dead. Yep.
He knows it. One final defiant salvo. Oh,
Ooh,
actually, Citadel.
He does get a blind sit on Zhao's Minotaur, so I mean,
Wow.
you never excited to see that trade, but he got some good damage on his way out the door.
Yeah.
Entity working an 80-point lead now, down a ship, maybe losing one of these Napolis.
I love Hugo's Yu Yang radar here. Not only is he going to walk into the ACAP, but he's also covering the Napoli.
Hugo, in my opinion, has been giving a masterclass on how to play Pan-Asian Destroyer for the last 10 minutes, and it's been gorgeous to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The way he staggered the deepwater launches to make sure he stuck the flood and gave them crap maneuvering options. Just so many things to like there. Big fan right now.
One thing I don't like is TSY not focusing fire on one particular target.
Well, Entity may also be not giving them many opportunities to do that. Might be not giving them any looks, huh?
It's a possibility as the Minotaur gets out of the smoke to get spotted. Confusion for that one. Gearing sees the deepwater torpedoes.
Doesn't care about them.
Hugo now detected.
Yeah, he was lit on the surface. I think he might have gotten in a bit of a gunfight. He's out of smokes, too. He can't break this line of sight.
Well, he's got
and
radar.
He's getting absolutely pummeled by these Napoli secondaries.
Right.
Down to 1,600 HP in there.
Just coughed up a lot of health for free, basically.
TSY contesting the A-cap. Entity trying to contest the D-cap. It's a close game.
Very close game.
Okay, it was a close game. It is a close game. That's right. That 30 points just cuts the lead now.
And notably, though, NTT down 2 ships. TSY still has every ship on the board.
Yep, TSY with all of their pieces still in play. I have a couple of, definitely some low health ships, but man, are they making the most of it right now. Riddled's gearing in trouble. He's going to go down here, I think. I think surely the Minotaur or the Ruben
There's the
is gonna
radar.
bag him.
Yep, there's the radar. Gumo also smoking.
A handful of shells will do it. You have to believe they're going to get there, and they do.
Yep. Riddle tastes the rainbow.
TSY with a bunch of ships at half or less HP, but making it work right now.
Poor Gdansk in Ohio. Look at this. This is catastrophic for TSY.
Oh, beautiful torpedo salvo.
Yep.
Riddle's gearing says goodbye on his way out the door and takes a battleship with him.
Yep, and opens the door back up again. He just kind of shoves his foot through that door, opens it up for NTT to make a comeback.
6 minutes to play. It's an 11-point game and a 2-ship lead for TSY, but their board pieces are badly beat up. Arguably, Philemon's Bungo is the healthiest thing they have, and he's also the farthest thing away from anything.
Right.
They
They're
have
only
so many
detected now.
ships. So many ships that are possible 1 to 2 salvo kills depending on what's shooting at them.
Oh.
Oh no, why would you do that, Delny? Oh, he got lucky there. The Bungo didn't lead him quite right.
That's not what I'm looking at.
Oh no! Oh
That's
no!
what I'm looking at. That's what I'm
The
looking
San
at.
Martin goes down to torpedoes here in Thunderdome.
He had hydro on, but he was reversing. So he saw the torpedoes too late.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Entity
cuts
still,
the lead.
yeah,
Or I
still
should say
looking to lose
changes
on
the lead.
time.
Yep. If TSY can bag the decap, big hit from the Bungo right there.
The Q's like, I guess I can heal that.
What is Q doing? Man, you can't stay here. You gotta bail. Don't give up. No.
Yeah,
no,
I don't
Sell your
understand.
ship for this.
I don't understand the idea of shooting and getting spotted the whole time, but I guess the gearing was detecting him anyway.
I do not know. He cannot die here. He has to let them have this cap and just run.
That's right, he does.
They have a lead. Just bail, my dude. All right, he finally seems to have figured that out. I think the caller was screaming at him.
They don't.
Stop.
They don't have the lead. Look at the score timer.
Oh, my apologies. They don't. Okay, but it's close. It's close enough. You can't afford to lose the ship.
You can't afford to lose the ship, which is ultimately why I think they called him off, because it wasn't working out as well as they'd hoped. Here comes Bungo on Bungo action. Not enough.
Not bad, but not enough yet. But the game's got time. 70 seconds left in the game. They're still continuing to shoot Yandere, whose next heal is 40 seconds away. So if they can get a fire to light on this, the Utrecht might yet be able to burn this guy out. They can't spot him anymore, though.
And you know Filament's going to be looking for this shot. He's got to take it even if it's not spotted.
But he's blind firing. Less than 60 seconds now. They have no visibility on the ship that they desperately need to kill. That's Yandare's Bungo.
Yeah, if I'm Filament, I'm putting the plane up and taking the shot. I mean, 44 seconds. It's either you get the kill or you go back to port, and that's it.
And Yandare's next heal's coming up in 5. They catch Krutz's Minotaur here in the middle of the map. He might have a chance to kill Hugo finally. He can't. Hugo's got some hard cover.
20
they
seconds.
Can kill the Minotaur.
Now they're looking at the Gumo in front of him. And Bungo gets torpedoed because he was going so slow.
Filament. Yep.
Ooh.
Filament way out here at the bottom of the map takes a torpedo and goes down. Entity holds on, Zath. A game that I wasn't convinced they were going to win. They found a way.
Life finds a way. And we need to find another game, apparently. As the winner screen up.
That's a 2-0. That's a 2-0 win, baby.
That is indeed a 2-0 sweep. All right, so chat. That means that we need to go switching.
Yeah, we need to look see if we can find a game B, because our next scheduled match is 35 minutes away.
All right. As of 5 minutes ago, all games are running.
Okay.
Looks like the Chinese official was going to come over here too, and well, oh well.
I forgot to give Entity their due there. There's their winner screen. Congratulations. Yeah. Well done, boys. All right, there we go.
All right, so we're just keeping an eye on this right now to see if there's any games. This might be quick. This might be a long time. We'll have to see. So, opportunity to get up and stand up and grab something if you need it. I might just do that myself in a few.
Yeah, basically we're going to have to look around for one of these Group B games that goes to Group B matches that goes to 3 games. That's kind of our best bet.
Right. Right. So, we shall see what happens. And yes, chat is apparently people that are in my Discord don't read my announcements. I'm away from home, guys. What gave you that thought? Was it the mic or was it the picture? Was it the lack of the captain's hat? I mean, what gave it away? I'm just curious. I'm just glad I can be here still and do this. All right. So there's only 2 games running right now. Tell you what, why don't you hop into one? I'll hop in the other. I'll take Bonks and JC.
They just finished game 2. Oh no, ORTUS and NFG just finished game 2. I'll hop in over there.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to a game 3. Let's go find out. People are not leaving this room, and all the other streamers are here, so I have to bet that this is going to game 3.
The other one is done at 2-0 as well, so everyone's going to come to you.
This is it. This is the only game. This is the only thing in town right now.
Only game in town. How long until our next setup?
You probably got at least 5 minutes.
No, I mean like the next match that we scheduled for ourselves.
Top of the hour. Matches, group play starts at top of the hour and 45 after at 6, 8, and 10.
All right, ORTUS and NFG.
All right, so now let's get set up for this.
Now we get to do all the programming work.
One more time.
ORTUS won game 1, looks like, and NFG won game 2. Game 2 was hella close.
1,000 to 936. That's a pretty good game, kids.
Yo.
And we're going to Faroe Islands in game 3.
The Faroe Islands.
Whatever.
No, I say it because when I recorded the first voiceover way back when, I didn't do the Faroe Islands because it wasn't in the script, and you may recall I had to re-record because I didn't have the. Yet, in the map intro video that they are using with this pack that we are choosing not to use, they don't have the either. Oops.
I am simply shocked, Zath, that there would be double standards on these things. Absolutely unconscionable.
Let's see. Loop? Sleeping Giant Band.
There we go. All right, so when I come to here, I hit this button. Bam. There we go. That is our current match status, ladies and gentlemen. 1 game apiece, headed to game 3.
I love game 3s. Awesome.
Now, let's quick look at these teams. ORTUS is the 7 seed off of EU, and NFG is the 6 seed off of the Asia server. Okay. Cool. Just as an FYI, our next match is going to be TWA and YYUT. So the EU number 1 and Asia number 1 is going to be the next match that we're going to cover when this one is concluded. Go update my schedule.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm trying to sort out my water situation.
Okay, and they have not posted our final match of the day in Group B just yet. Although I might be able to get it out of the bracket. Let me go have a look. Oh no, because it'll be the 2 undefeated teams, right? Because there'll only be 2 undefeated. Wait, no, there'll be 4 undefeated teams.
There's right, exactly 2 for each bracket.
Right. Okay, yeah, and we got at least that's right. And at least a couple of these matches. This one hasn't finished up. They're not going to. Okay, so they won't push this until the whole thing's ready to go. Okay, perfect. But that one is ready to go.
Which, by the way, I see a lot of people signed up for that. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Which one? The one that last one?
The last one, yeah.
I mean, when I picked it, so what I did was when we picked these, I picked just 2 interesting matches that looked interesting. Then I picked 2 matches that were basically teams that lost their first match in both groups. I just said we're gonna grab this, and then for the end of the day, I said let's look at 2 teams who are trying to play win and in, right? Because that to me is the interesting, and that's where That's where the drama is at this point, right?
Oh, yes.
So, you know, you these last two matches of the day, once we get past the match we're about to bring you, is going to be teams that are 2-0. The winner of that match is 100% moving on. The loser of that match is not out. They've got to go try again tomorrow. They've got to come back tomorrow and play some more.
You got it.
4BF is telling me they're saying RNG ended up beating Resin.
Oh, wow.
Does sound like a bit of an upset there.
Let's see. So let me press this button.
Okay.
Look at the teams that are currently winning the most. So that would be YYUT, TWA, TSYMQ, and Eris.
Okay.
They all have
those
2
are your
wins.
Top seeds in Group B and Group A right now.
Correct. Teams that have not won yet: HRA, Kraken, Kitty I7, and AI, of course, with the forfeit. So, you know, there are essentially 2 kinds of drama at the very end. Like you said, there's the drama of, hey, we need to win 1 more, let's make it happen.
Yep.
There's also the drama of, oh my god, if we lose again, we're done for this whole tournament.
Yep, our weekend is completed.
Right. So, you know, reason I bring that up is, if you decide we want to do an audible to cover more games, I would suggest one of the 0-2 matches would be interesting to watch too.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, they're all the trouble is because there's no staggered start. You just don't know what you're going to get, right?
Exactamundo. All right, teams are saying that they're ready to go, so we'll probably be getting this pretty soonish.
I think so. I do believe so.
Now this is a game 3. In Group B, we only have 2 teams so far that have won 2 of their matches. That's Moyai and Rain. And unfortunately,
and apparently RNG now as well, which hasn't been reported in here just yet. Let's have a peek.
Yep. TSY, Pucky, and Buenos Noches are all on the chopping block. They have not won a match yet.
Yep. Back. Oh, okay. RNG and Resin have only played 1 game, but RNG won game 1. Was it a... Oh, it wasn't that close. Was it a close game? No, it wasn't that close. It was like 1,000 to 511. It wasn't that close. Oh, it is. Thank you very much. Chat catching me up on my goofy thing that we are in game 3. I need to fix this real fast. There we go. Especially as we drop into the game 3. All right, Zath, you ready for this?
And indeed, we hit the regular setup here.
Regular. You got it. Regular button.
All right. Well, here's
we go.
Our pivotal game 3 between ORTUS and NFG on my map, the Faro Islands. Why don't you tell us about ORTUS, Mr. Rep?
All right, spawning here on the northeast side, ORTUS in green, bringing a triple destroyer lineup. We've got a Smoland here. That's Kiminsian. We'll just call him Kim. Fairly standard build there, backed up by Waiter. Wait. Full torpedo, almost a full torpedo build. Summer, actually, no. Wow, that's no torpedo reload build. That's curious. Torpedo reload mod, no torpedo reload skill. Interesting. Okay. Obviously angling more towards the smoke there. And then Sophie's Harugamo down here, a full 420 Blaze at smoke type build. Backed up by World Spawns Brisbane, a fellow streamer here of World of Warships on Twitch and other places. Again, lots of torpedo heavy build action. His other cruiser friends, this is Rybix Moskva, unique upgrade there in slot 6. Another Brisbane, that's Dead headed north. A little more, yeah, he's definitely got the torpedo build going on there. And Boom Daka Daka. I always think of Susan Ivanova when I see stuff like that. That is a Des Moines unique upgrade. There are 2 battleships. This is Duke Gasando's Bungo. We've seen Bungo have some big salvos. Ooh, they've gone double Bungo. There is Terry Fox. All right, Zath, what is NFG doing here as they try to keep their tournament hopes alive?
I find it interesting that one of the Bungos left 2 flags in port.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I saw that too.
And for those of you guys who don't know, this is a training room. They all get press accounts. You don't use flags when you play training room battles, so why leave any in?
And they're not yours anyway because it's a free account.
Bingo, bingo. So let's take a look at MFG's lineup here. Going to CCAP, we've got a Grozovoy, bit of utility build. Got Suichan Ha-Kyumo in a Havrask, running the heel as well. And alongside him is Halulun's Brisbane. And finally, we've got Vers Loria. It's our first time seeing a Loria, I believe for me as well in this tournament.
Yeah.
Speedy battleship, hard to spot. Really ridiculous caliber guns that can fire sap.
Yes.
Don't care about your angling. So, fun boat. Other battleship is Aqua's Bungo, your typical kind of Bungo build, except the DCP mod in slot 1.
I think we called a restart.
You're probably right.
Am I
because
crazy?
because everybody stopped.
Everybody seems to have stopped moving. Well, everybody on the red team seems to have stopped moving. Yeah, I think we're going for a restart. Well, not everybody. Maybe not.
Well, just in case, we'll finish up the lineup. Then we got Kokomi in a Mosque with unique upgrade. And then we've got Hatka's Gdansk just doing his thing. Another Mosfa up to the north to defend. That's another unique upgrade. And then finally, we've got Taizu in a Brisbane. So what you guys aren't seeing is happening is typically when ships all just stop, that means that people have backed out to the back to the training room and they've quit the game. We do not have the ability to see any of the chats, so we don't know if it's been called or not.
Yeah, I guess not, though.
It looks like not. There might have been a brief pause to see what's going to happen, and then they just went anyways.
Yep, looks like it. It's possible that, I mean, if you call, the other thing is you've only got 2 minutes to call for a restart.
Correct.
If you're past that mark, and we were on the timer, if it's called too late, it's too late. You got to play the game.
Take a look in the thread.
Yep, we'll look later.
Nothing.
So at the moment, a whole lot of positioning. Each team grabbing their quote-unquote home cap. C for red, D for green. And then the rest just jockeying for position here. Summers and Brisbane, that's Waiter and Dead D72 up here at the top, kind of jockeying, you know, maneuvering into this extreme corner near the A cap. Some good island cover up here, but absolutely nowhere to run. Of course, he's got backup here. Boomdaka's Des Moines. Seems like there's just going to be a bunch of waiting around B for a while. I have a hard time envisioning a world where anybody touches the B cap right now.
Yeah, I think ORTUS has the best shot at doing it, but I mean, he's just going to keep getting radared as he does it, so.
I think, Zath, we're playing a game of the B cap as lava.
Yeah, it's a possibility, that's for sure.
Now, the giant NFG push that looked like it was coming in the bottom of the map seems to have dissolved a little bit. Ruggiero de Loria is just kind of crawling down here. The Haberovsk is reversing so that he doesn't get caught trying to make a turn. But he may reverse into one of these torpedoes.
He actually is going to definitely do that now that he popped his engine boost.
He absolutely is now. Little too late.
Ouch. Oof.
Takes one in the stern there as the Grozovoy and Brisbane team up to get the Brisbane snuggled in closer to this Spire Island down here in H8. Six minutes gone. Neither team really having scored big points or made any particularly impactful plays. Feels like both sides are just waiting for the other one to do something right now, Zaf.
Unfortunately, a lot of times at high-tier competitive play, it comes down to who makes the mistake first and who can capitalize on that mistake. So neither team wants to be the one to make the mistake. And that's what you're seeing here is that both teams have lined up, they've sized up the enemy, and they're just waiting for the shoe to fall. And here goes possibly the shoe as Crimson backs up in the small end into a very tight position.
I thought Duke's Bungo Sabo there had a good shot, but Hotka's Gdansk, just yeeted right out of the way there, so missed it completely.
Yep. So, a lot of damage being coughed up by ORTUS' small end for a bit there. Here comes another Bungo Sabo. And you can see the impact of the dispersion without having the lock. Shells all over the place.
I gotta say, Zath, ORTUS is at least making an effort to try to pick up these caps. It feels like NFG's play is, you can't, we won't let you, and we're just gonna keep shooting you until you die trying.
Well, sure. But, I mean
it's not a bad strategy. It's just, it certainly isn't going to develop quickly.
No. Typically, in this kind of game, we've seen, we've covered so much of KOTS. What you're going to see is just a lot of, again, just jockeying for position, trying to take advantage of mistakes like NFG's Grozavoy being detected for a moment, right? And then something's going to happen, and then the stuff's going to hit the fan all over the board at the same time. Usually that's with about 5 minutes left in the game. But Vers Loria might change that because, as you can see, he's decided to get himself detected and stuck bow in. Never feels good. Yep,
They're
he's
going to
getting
use
some smoke.
Grozavoy smoke to disengage him here, so he doesn't get farmed too heavily.
That does also give away the fact that, hey, there's a destroyer right there. And since you see a Kaba that's spotted and smoking, pretty easy to deduce that's the Grozavoy.
Well, with 8.5 minutes gone here in this critical game 3, one of these teams needs to win, but right now, neither team seems to have a good, clear idea of how they intend to win. They seem both right now, they're just playing not to lose.
Yes, exactly. Now, NFG's going to dip into the B cap now. They've sussed out that the small end isn't nearby to help, as Rybeck is now the only thing that can radar for a bit. Hotka detected. Bungo salvos on Rybeck's Moskva. Nothing.
All right, Kim's Smallland opens up here to get the resets on Hotka's Gdansk. Doesn't want to let him get the cap. Barely manages to get the resets in with a split second left to go. Hotka also coming under fire from somebody off to the north. Is that the Des Moines? No, it's the Brisbane, I think. Yeah, I think it was Dead's Brisbane, maybe. Oh, but the Bungo salvo from Duke really makes a big impact there. Hotka takes about half his remaining HP.
Importantly, though, he's not dead. He did take a torpedo, and he is starting to cap again. I don't think there's anything that can radar him at this point.
Kim's Smallland could, but has backed off to where he's not in range anymore.
Right. Hey, Vers managed to use the smoke to get himself turned around. Shooting at Terry's Bungo.
All right, so after 10.5 minutes, NFG finally bags the B cap here as the Bungo, that's Duke, pushes damage right through Kokomi's Moskva's bow, but Duke's taking some torpedo hits here. He takes a total of 4 Grozavoy torpedoes for his trouble. Or excuse me, Gdansk torpedoes.
Yep. Yeah, he's got a very aggressive positioning right now with his Bungo. He wants to make sure that his teammates are able to get into the B cap and grab this kill.
Well, and now Kim Smolland looking like it's going to work back in under the Brisbane radar. Halaloon's Brisbane radar has reached out and is trying to deny Kim this play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd stop to count, but there are literally 5 radars on a 9-person team for NFG.
I mean, when in doubt, use radar.
Yeah. More radar means everything, apparently. I think they're going to lose Kim Smolland here, out of heals. Down to
Yeah.
1,800 HP and still on radar.
Yep. There he goes.
There it go.
The big thing is didn't have the emergency engine power consumable, whatever it's called, ready to go.
Yeah. NFG now up on ships and caps. 140-point lead and growing here. 8 minutes to play in the rubber game of this match.
Yeah, they're trying to get the Summers into A cap. He's about to find a whole bunch of torpedoes for his trouble, though.
This
He's gonna
Summers
make
and
it.
Brisbane duo have been working for over 10 minutes to get to this cap. He doesn't. He
Takes it up
finally
the
eats
aft.
one.
Unfortunate for him.
Flooding in the after engine room, ladies and gentlemen, as my good buddy Lord Zath would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Summers.
you just gotta push. Gotta push at A, gotta push at B. Gotta push down at D.
I honestly think if they were to take this Des Moines and shove it into this cap, I don't think there's much that these guys could do about it. But Boondocka has now reoriented. He's pointing south. Another wave of Gdansk torpedoes coming in for Duke's Bungo. He's reversing. He's going to take at least 2 of these in the bow as he... Oh, he's at the range.
All skill, no luck.
All skill, no luck, ladies and gentlemen. A little over 3.5 minutes to an NFG win here in Game 3.
Oh, another big hit there on the Summers. Got detected for a moment. Oh, wait. Oh, to see all these shells coming in. But I'm with you. ORTUS has to do something up here. Otherwise, they're done. 3 minutes.
I mean, I won't pretend they've had a decisive advantage, but they've had a numerical advantage up north for a while. And it feels like they're playing just a little too conservatively. They haven't been able to do anything with it. They haven't been able to capitalize on it. To the point where now you've coughed up so much health off the Summers, you can't risk it. You can't put him in the cap anymore.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets 12-kilometer radar, he is a dead man.
So I think they're going to instead try to put him in a position where he can at least smoke the Brisbane, and the Brisbane can, fire without being spotted, but that puts him at risk too, taking a random shell.
All right, Zath. ORTUS is finally making a push here. Terry's Bungo now driving into the B cap, and they got some good Moskva citadels on Halaloon's Brisbane just a moment ago.
Yeah, I saw the little white bar move on the team panel.
Yep. Now, Terry is probably not going to cap this, but I will say he is likely to, he obviously is at least keeping those points from moving forward.
Yeah, Rybik takes a torpedo. That's oof. Here comes some Loria shells for Terry's Bungo.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Big SAP hits.
And here comes the other 2 guns. Not enough, but it's all adding up.
Not as good, but despite all of that, Terry down under 10k HP. Next heal 20 seconds away. Don't think he's going to make it. He does get the Gdansk.
Yeah, finally.
But trading a battleship for a destroyer is going to feel really terrible here. And once again, you're not standing in the cap. So they're continuing to tick up points.
Whoa. World Spoon taking a big hit in the Brisbane.
They got to take some risks here if they're going to make this happen.
That's right. I mean, Sophie's Gumo just open watering it. No other choice.
A little more than 90 seconds left on the timer here to an NFG win in Game 3. ORTUS trying to find a way, shoving the other Bungo now. That's Duke into the B cap. But once we're up over 900 points and we're almost there for NFG, it becomes very, very, very risky. Any combat at all could possibly get them punched out of the game, just because losing a ship with so little room for margin could be catastrophic.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They might bag Kokomi's Moskva here, Zath. That would
I've
be
been
a
watching.
big kill.
I've been watching these shells arcing in from like near max range. That's World Spoon's Brisbane. Loria
Yep,
gets flooded out.
Oh, that's a big kill.
Two big kills
for
right
ORTUS.
now. Yeah.
Now they got to try and keep Boom on the board, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's on triple fires trying to heal through it. His DCP is 15 seconds away. He's going to burn out.
And all of this, and they still haven't stepped on A.
Yep.
Uh,
Even now, they still don't own the A cap, and it looks like they might lose the Moskva here. See what happens. Duke's got a salvo going down range. He could pop. He does. He pops the Brisbane like a balloon. They're going to lose the Moskva. And just like that, it's back to a 120-point game with ORTUS in the cap advantage.
remember when
Only
I said
2 minutes left in the game timer.
remember when I said the last 5 minutes is chaos? Yeah, y'all are witnessing
Well,
it now.
Here we are.
Oh,
Big hits.
another big one, yeah.
Duke knew exactly where to place that salvo in Aqua's hull, and all of it full pins through the bow for like 40K.
Yeah, and
Now
Aqua's
it's
in this.
turn. Not as much.
No, but now here comes the return salvo.
Oh no.
And Aquata's
Here's the
far more
salvo
broadside.
catching him in the turn.
Oh!
Big hits.
And a torpedo. And a torpedo.
Aqua does take a torpedo.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, trying to heal through it now.
World Spoon
World
just
Spawn
selling the Brisbane, telling everybody, go buy this now.
80 seconds left on the game timer. They have got to bag a kill. They will not overtake on caps alone. They need to kill this Bungo, and I don't think it's going to happen, Zath. They can't even see him. Well, they can't see him now. Hold on.
Yeah, they
He's
can see him.
turning. Oh, he is burning. Ooh,
Yes.
the fire.
Yes, that was a sticky fire.
Fires might burn him out.
World Spoon
Fire
trying
is
to
gonna
get
burn him
this,
out.
trying to get anything on there. As we know, in
The fire's
competitive,
going to burn him out. He's dead.
yes, but in competitive play, you don't stop shooting until they actually die.
Oh, there it is. The lead change, ladies
The
and
lead
gentlemen.
change.
40 seconds left on the game timer.
The lead change, yep.
But now ORTUS cannot lose a ship. They've got to get Sophie stopped in smoke. They cannot lose this Arugamo right here.
If I'm Spoon, I'm opening.
20 seconds.
Yep, exactly. If I'm Spoon, I'm opening up. I don't care if they spot me or not. They got to take the attention off of his teammate.
Yep. 100%.
I love the Gumo trying desperately to crawl forward.
It's going to
Here
work,
comes-
Zath.
Comes the timer.
3, 2, 1. And ORTUS is going to pull this out, Zath.
Oh.
Like, wow. Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. All right.
Wow.
I gotta update my my thing here. We gotta set the winner and go to that screen.